one thing that you would say to people: do this and don't do this in Cuba?
In Cuba, they didn't let them in.
Tell me something that you have lived in Cuba that you say, oh, this is pretty easy.
Easy things in Cuba. So I've experienced different lives.
Give me your overall when it comes to visiting Cuba, living in Cuba, living as a local, living as a tourist. Talk to me about everything that you've lived.
I mean,
hello guys, welcome back to yet another video, another vlog, another crazy vlog with Cash. This is gonna be a crazy one. Guys, today I'm gonna today is gonna be Cash's last day right here in Havana, which is pretty sad because we've had a great time together. We spent a great time together right here in Havana. Oh well, shit happens, and maybe we're gonna see each other pretty soon. Nobody knows. But well, today I'm gonna try to ask Cash how or what he thinks about Cuba, because in the previous video that I made with Cash and Bartek, you know that they were trying to see the local life, and now that he spent so much time right here in Cuba, I want to see what he thinks about the contrast between the local life and the touristic life. We're gonna take a taxi. He's now buying some postcard to send you guys. If you follow him, postcards are gonna be for you. If you don't, go and follow him because you are going to blow your mind. I mean, if you speak college, of course. So let's finish buying these postcards and let's go to see more about the local life and what he thinks about this crazy Cuba.
right now I'm trying to buy postcards for my patrons, and we need almost 500 of them. So that's a huge deal to try to find 500 postcards that are nice and cool, because like I don't know, I don't like most of them, so I'm just trying to find something that I really like, and I think like these ones are really cool.
And I don't know guys, if you realize that Havana is like coming back. I mean, when it comes to tourism, because we had a crazy time. I mean, Havana was so sad because we had not any tourists coming, but we're coming back. I mean, the tourism is coming back, and that's pretty amazing.
Uno trata de negociar la carrera, pero si ya te pidió eso, que es el estándar, bueno, vamos por eso mismo.
Yeah, okay.
No te voy a pedir más dinero.
Okay. So guys, we went to an MLS store. I tried to bring Cash with me because it was the first time that he got inside of an MLS store, because you know we're trying to see I think this is a good time for showing him the contrast between the local life and the touristic life, because he's lived both sides right here in Cuba, and now we're gonna ask him what he thinks about it. Are you ready? Let me know now that you have lived like the touristic life and the local one. Tell me what do you think about it?
Okay, so I've been in Cuba, this is like my 4th week. So I've experienced different lives. I've experienced like expensive restaurants, I've experienced local Cuban pizza and stuff like that. So this is actually the first time I'm gonna try to do a regular groceries in an MLS store, because before we didn't really had to do that, because we always found our way, like the host from Airbnb or someone else could get us basics like a soap or a detergent and stuff like that. Of course it was well overpriced because we didn't have to wait in the queues and go around and do circles around the city to find the basic stuff. So now I just want to experience like what Alex has to do to get the basic stuff that he needs.
So guys, yes, basically it's there because you know how hard it is to find food right here in Cuba now that we have the MLS stores. So we're trying to find something that is going to be pretty, I would say, necessary at home, like for example some food, whatever we can find. So it's not going to be in this vlog, it's going to be in Cash vlog, so maybe you can go and check that video out after this one. But today this is what I want to share with you guys, because let's say this is going to be tourist life versus local life right here in Cuba. The things that you have to pass through or live by, you know, living in Cuba.
Y ahora mismo los restaurantes sale más caro, ¿no?
Cacho, nosotros el otro día fuimos a un restaurante que era Cash, el lateral, y también éramos 4 personas, y nos gastamos como 4.000 y pico pesos, pero dicen que el restaurante es más caro. O sea, yo realmente no digo mucho porque tú sabes que es difícil, brother. O sea,
sí, es muy caro. y solo almorzar nada más, una
Sí,
cosa
sí, sí,
normal.
sí, un almuerzo normal. Se le
Sí.
come o sea, plato fuerte, olvídate de entrante, plato fuerte, los líquidos y dale, un café si algo.
Y ya ahí por los 4, sí, te gasta, la cerveza anda como en 200 pesos.
¿Tú conoces algún restaurante bueno que quieras recomendar a la gente?
Restaurante bueno. Yo fui mucho al tablazo con un cliente que venía y me invitaba. Yo le hacía los viajes y en ocasiones me invitaba, no, quédate a almorzar conmigo.
Cash, is there any tip that you want to give people who's watching this video when it comes to finding good deals or saving money in Cuba or stuff like this? Because some people think that Cuba is pretty expensive, so what do you think about it?
So first of all, I think it's a good thing to try to avoid like the big hotels and go to casas particulares that are owned by Cuban families, because you can find much better deals over there. The hotels here are crazily expensive, and you can sometimes get like 2 rooms for 25 euros. Usually it's like 1 room for around 20 euros, 25, 30, including breakfast and like, you know, air conditioning and all that stuff. Other than that, I would say don't try to bring US dollars here. I think it's better to bring like euros and pounds and just exchange them here, because if you're gonna try to pay with card or just, you know, use the regular exchange rates, it might be really painful for your wallet. And just ask local people how they live here, how they manage to do this or that, and just try to learn the way they live, I guess.
Good tips from Cash vlog. Another tip that I want to give you guys, for example, as a local, I know that some of you might maybe spend some time in Cuba. In the last video, I talked about 2 apps that you can use in Cuba when it comes to buying food in the local way. I mean, one is Mandao, and in Mandao I checked it out, and it's pretty cool because they have some combos where you can pick a lot of things, and you know, it's up to you how much you want to spend by using the app. But it's pretty cool because you can pay in cash, so you don't need to use the card or anything like that. And for you as a tourist or as a visitor, it might help you a lot. Maybe. If you want to download the app, check the links down below. This video is not sponsored by them, but I think that the app is pretty cool and might help you a lot. So check that out. So guys, here we are. We're waiting in a queue because Cash wants to see that it's 70. We're gonna try to spend some money here so he can see the difference between the MLC and you know, the food in the street. But I want to ask him 2 questions. The first question is, what is the hardest thing that you have lived in Cuba?
The hardest thing?
Yeah.
I think just basic groceries, because if you're a tourist and you're sticking to hotels, you're sticking to restaurants, you're fine. Like, you know, if you have... Wait, some people came back actually. They didn't let them in? So I think that actually the hardest part is doing the groceries, because if you're a tourist and you're gonna stick to the hotels, you're gonna stick to the restaurants, you can probably get, you know, regular food and stuff like that. I mean, you can, you know, survive here. But if you want to cook something for yourself and buy food like regular Cuban people do, and I mean, you know, like the MLSS stores where you have the foreign money, I'm not saying about the Cuban stores. Like, as you can see, even that's hard. We're here for like, I don't know, 25-30 minutes maybe, and they let one group in, and we just want to buy basic things to survive, like basic things to eat, and you have to spend like, you know, an hour or 2 in a queue to get it. So I don't know, I guess that's the hardest thing, like getting the regular things that are outside of expensive restaurants, expensive hotels, and stuff like that, you know.
Tell me something that you have lived in Cuba that you say, oh, this is pretty easy.
Easy things in Cuba. Breathing, maybe, I guess. That's, yeah, nothing else comes to my mind. Like, most of the things here are pretty much complicated. Even finding food in restaurants sometimes can be complicated, you know. So sorry bro, I don't have anything.
I know, it's not that easy, guys. Even when it comes to prices, we spent some good time together, as you might know, and we went to some restaurants, some paddlers, and these guys, they were so impressed with the prices because it's something incredible. So if you're planning to visit Cuba, you're gonna see how, I don't know, how would you describe Cuba with using one word?
Impossible.
How impossible it is?
No, that's the word. That's the word. Because it's impossible to describe it with one word. Like, it's just out of this world, honestly. And the people are great. As I mentioned in my videos, I'm really surprised how cheerful they are and still smiling and everything, you know. Even if they have to go through things like that on daily basis, you know. It's just, I don't know, man. I love this country because I love people here, and you know, I made some good friends here and stuff like that, but just, I don't know, it's just hard. It's just hard on daily basis. It's just hard even for a tourist that wants to go outside of the touristic resorts to do the basic things, you know.
Okay guys, first things first. I mean I tried to make a vlog today, but the day has been so crazy.
It didn't go well.
Yeah, actually we went to so many places trying to find a couple things for Cash vlogs, and it was so crazy. So guys, I've tried to, you know, show you the both sides of Cash experience right here in Cuba. But well, I wanted to do it by, you know, vlogging and this stuff, but the truth is that the day has been so fucking crazy. So I wanted to apologize because of it. We're gonna be talking about some last question that I want to ask Cash before he leaves, because this motherfucker right here, my new brother leaves tomorrow, and I wanna ask him, give me your overall when it comes to visiting Cuba, living in Cuba, living as a local, living as a tourist. Talk to me about everything that you've lived.
I mean, okay, so first of all, I cannot say that I lived as a local because it's a completely different experience.
Especially if you spent almost 1 month here. Almost.
Yes, that's true. So I don't know, like I was really surprised because a lot of people, viewers of my channel, were saying like, oh yeah, Cuba is amazing, everyone is smiling all the time, there's music everywhere, everyone is dancing, everyone speaks English, and like, you know, they were in a bubble, you know. If you're coming to Cuba and you're only in Varadero and you're only in, you know, Habana Vieja and only in certain streets, you might have like a different, you know, idea about Cuba, because for especially first weeks we've been here, like 2-3 weeks, I've seen only one band playing. I have never seen anyone dancing on the street, you know, which is of course because the situation is really hard right now. Not only the economic situation, but also with the whole, you know, restrictions and everything. So I just think that if you know, if you're coming to Cuba, it's good to try to experience Cuba or any other country. It's good to try to go out of the bubble of the zone of tourists and just to, you know, talk to people, because Cuban people are super friendly. They're gonna help you out if you're gonna ask what you need. Like, we've learned a lot of things from Cuban people, because not everything is always as it seems at the beginning, I would say. So especially, you know, at first they might try to get advantage of you because they're like, okay, that's a random tourist that's just walking by. But if you're gonna take the same taxi driver twice, if you're gonna stay at the same place more than once, they're gonna treat you, you know, more like a friends, right? So they're gonna tell you like, hey bro, you should do this and that, you shouldn't do, you know, certain things. There are like, I don't know, like I would say that you have to be smart here. You have to be smart because it's just different. It's different than any other place I've ever been. So you just gotta try to learn how to survive here if you wanna go out of the, you know, touristic bubble, you know.
This is, let's say, a survival experience.
Yeah, I think so. I think so, because like, okay, like I haven't visited the whole world and there is much more for me to explore, but you know, like I've never experienced struggling how to get water in a bottle, for example, or struggling like how to find a restaurant that was working. Like we've been to, for example, Santiago de Cuba, which is what, like the second biggest city in Cuba, and at 8 p.m. we were going out, we asked our host like, hey, where can we get some food? And he was like, oh, we just go there, there's plenty of restaurants. Everything was closed. Like literally, we went to the main plaza, we started asking people, hey, where can we have a beer and a dinner here? And they were like, I'm not sure. We found, at the end, we found like 2 places where we could actually eat and hang out, but it was 2 places out of what? Like 100 places, I would say. And you know, like we were asking a lot of people and they were just like, dude, like, I don't know, I think everything is closed. So we actually were walking, like we ate breakfast today, right? Mm-hmm. And because we just ate breakfast, we wanted to buy some postcards and we did some groceries, and dude, it's 6:40 and we just had breakfast. And first of all, because we didn't have time, but second of all, that if you want to find some food around here, like if we're gonna go out now and have some dinner, how far we have to go to find the restaurant that we went to the other time? Because I think we walked like 20 minutes there. I think it was like 20 minutes walking.
2 kilometers?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, so right now, if we want to go out and have some dinner, we have to walk like 20-25 minutes probably to the restaurant that we know that will be open. So it's completely different experience than, for example, in Europe, where you have grocery store, right? Like you're hungry, you're walking and you're like, oh, I should get some Snickers bar or like some small sandwich or whatever. And you have this, you know, like 7-Eleven or anything else every 5 minutes. And here you're like, okay, you have to ask people, you cannot use Google Maps, like most of the places will be closed, like so many things, so many times it happened to us that we were going home at like 8 or 9 p.m. and we're asking taxi driver like, hey, where can we get some, I don't know, sandwich or bottle of water? And they were driving around with us trying to find a bottle of water, and that was, you know, we didn't find it. First of all, I know that the Cuba I'm experiencing now, it's the Cuba that is halfway closed down, right? So I would love to come back and experience the times when, you know, like when people have more fun in life, because right now it's, you know, not that much, I guess.
That's pretty cool. I don't have anything else to say. We're super tired.
Yeah, as
we've
you can
been walking so much
and
today.
It's been so hot today. It's been like 30 something degrees, and we were just, you know, on the sun all day, so we were super tired. But as you said, like I would like to come back to Cuba. Maybe, you know, maybe I would like to go to the university, study Spanish a little bit, and then just, you know, try to hang out around here, you know, like I don't know, I haven't experienced the touristic Cuba, because right now there's no such a thing as touristic Cuba. Even the most popular bars like Floridita, for example, how many people were there? 2-3 people in a bar that is
pretty empty.
Normally super crowded. So I would like to see the, you know, regular Cuba, I would say, although I might not like it if it's gonna be full of tourists, but I guess it would be cool to experience both.
Okay, before leaving, tell me one thing that you would say to people: do this and don't do this in Cuba.
In Cuba? So for the do this, I would say go out of the touristic zones and just try to talk to, you know, regular Cuban people, because the world doesn't end at the doorstep of the hotel or of the restaurant, you know. Because it seems really safe, especially during the day. Like I've been here for a month and I haven't had any situation where I was like, okay, I'm in the wrong place. Of course, you go down the street at night, it looks very bad, but you know, like the walls and everything in any other place in the world, I would be like, okay, this is very bad neighborhood, but this is actually how Havana looks like. So I think it's pretty safe. I wouldn't say that you can go out at 3 a.m. drunk, walking everywhere and you're gonna be fine, but I think it's. We did it a couple of times, but you know, what I'm trying to say, it seems what I'm trying to say that it seems to be a really safe country. People are really nice, but also you shouldn't like trust everyone, especially in touristic zones, because these people that live out of tourism, on the street tourism, that they're gonna approach you, try to sell you a bottle of alcohol, some cigars or anything, they might try to scam you. So just be smart, I guess, you know.
Yeah. So guys, that's it. I mean, thank you so much, and for all the Polish people who are watching this. I mean, there are so many Polish people who have came to this channel because of this guy, and Bartek as well. Bartek, if you're watching this, motherfucker, come to Cuba again, bro. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for all the love that you have gave me so far, and hope to see you again soon. Pretty soon we're gonna have a couple of videos coming up in Cash vlogs about Cuba yet. I mean, it's 2 more videos. How many?
Bro, it's gonna be a lot. We just published vlog number 7 and I'm recording number 14 right now, I think. So
Wow. So thank you guys, and yeah, that's it. I'm super tired. See you in the next video.
what do you do normally? Do you do anything like?
No, I just say bye bye. And
Oh, okay.
this is pretty.
Don't put that, please. Okay, let's do something else. Okay, so